I have been a chaplain here in St. Francis Hospice, Raheny, for the past almost 13 years now. And during that time, many people have passed my way. Here in the inpatient unit, part of the daycare service, and when I visited people in their own homes. So I suppose one of the things that I feel is that I have been very privileged and very humbled by my life as a chaplain. I've been privileged to be with people at a difficult time in their lives, at a time when they've told me that they are afraid to die, at a time when they've told me that they're afraid of God, at a time when perhaps a young mother has said, "Why me?" At a time when people are happy to die. As one woman said to me, "Why would I be afraid to die if the one that has loved me all my life, that I am going to meet them?" I have been with people when they cried because they were sad and lonely at having to leave their loved ones behind. So all in all, it is very privileged and very special. I've experienced life and I've experienced death, tears and laughter, great fun, because at times the hospice is a place of great fun and great laughter. And people often say it's a place of great peace, and I have experienced it that way as well. I think hospice is about all human life, and I think we experience hospice as all human life here. And as a chaplain, as I said, I've been very privileged to be here. And I hope that I can say that I have brought comfort to people at a time as their death approaches. People often ask me that question, how do you work in a hospice? And as I said earlier, a hospice is what has been referred to as a resting place on a journey. It is again a place of laughter and fun, a place of deep sadness, a place of loneliness, a place of goodbyes. And for that reason, I think it brings us many challenges as to how we deal with it and how we cope with it on a day-to-day basis. And I think the first thing that I would say is what supports me would be a very good teamwork approach that we have. I think it's very important for all the members of the disciplinary team to work together and to support each other. Because some days, perhaps maybe after a couple of deaths, I might be feeling very sad. And likewise, other members of the staff, the nurses and other staff members, I might need them today and they might need me tomorrow. Another thing is, I think we need to be very much in touch with how we are and how this is affecting us. And for this reason, I feel that it's very important to have a reflective outlook on our work. I think it's a job that needs a lot of reflection and self-awareness. And at a conference recently, I heard Michael Carney mention, he was quoting someone else who said, "I am the medicine that I bring to the patient." And I think that is very true. No matter what discipline we are, I am the medicine that I bring to the patient. I think it is also important that I have balance in my life. And I think it's about being able to walk away from the work, to be able to walk away from here in order to be able to walk back. And I also feel it is very important that I nourish my own spiritual life and journey. And indeed, the patients and their families have often nourished my spiritual life. I have learned a lot from them and how they have dealt with so courageously with their illness. And maybe last of all, I think it is vitally important for me as a chaplain not to lose sight of the trolley coming in the door, the person on that trolley. I can remember the first trolley I met when I came here 13 years ago. And I feel it's very important that the person coming in today, that I look on that person in the same way as I saw the first trolley coming in. I feel faith is a very personal thing, and I also feel death, when it comes to death, that it is also a very personal thing and a very personal journey. And I have met people who have absolutely no doubt in the loving and in the closeness of a God who has loved them during their lives. People who have been very faithful and who have served God. And as one woman said to me, if heaven is like this, why would I be afraid to go there? I've also met people who have been frightened. Perhaps frightened by the life they have lived, and perhaps would ask me the question, will God forgive me? Will God put his arms around me? I've also met people who have talked to me about their doubts. They ask me, is there an afterlife? They worry about the life they have lived. They worry if their life has been good enough. People often, when they come here, may return to the sacraments. And for many, the sacrament of reconciliation and the sacrament of the sick has brought them great peace and great comfort and great consolation. Others express a lot of anger and disillusionment about the church, or maybe past experiences that they might have had. But I think what I'm trying to say is that in all my encounters with each person or each patient or each member of their family, it's about respecting the personal journey of each one and the personal story of each one. And I think deep down that's what people can expect from us, that we respect their life, that we respect their story, no matter what that is, or no matter from what religious background they're coming from.